This experiment requires perlite, struvite, 48 small plastic cheese strainer, 24 PET plastic bottles polyethylene terephthalate, previously drilled coming from recycling, NPK nutrients for hydroculture, 48 basil plants, and distilled water. The basil plants were cultivated in pots in natural soil. Before hydroculture test, all the plants have been repotted to remove soil from the roots and then washed until it was eliminated. Before being treated with Struvite, all the plants were acclimated using NPK nutrients for 24 hours. Fill each cheese strainer base with a thin layer of perlite. Then lay a basil plant on it. Finally, fill the rest of the plastic container with some more perlite. Prepare 2 solutions with different concentration of Struvite, 10 mg per liter and 100 mg per liter in distilled water. Add on each bottle bottom 7 grams per liter of NPK nutrient. Then, fill 3/4 of the volume of the plastic bottles, which will work as controllers, with distilled water. Fill the remaining bottles, 8 for each treatment, with one of the 2 different Struvite concentrations. Move the bottles lightly so to make the nutrients arrangement at the bottom of the bottle as even as possible, because it is not immediately soluble. Fit the plastic cheese strainers, previously filled with basil and perlite, into the holes in the bottles and mark them. After 3 or 4 days, observe the adaptation state of plants and possible variation in the volume of the nutrient solution. Whether this happens, return it to its previous volume. Wait for the basil plants to grow for 3 weeks and observe the differences in the growth patterns of plants with different Struvite concentrations. At the end of this period, remove all the plants from their respective solutions, dry them using absorbent paper, and wait to find their fresh mass. Dry the basil plants in fresh air, and after a week, weigh them again to find their actual dry mass. From the visual findings, it can be observed that the plants grown in the presence of Struvite have a greater root system development than those untreated. The test performed with the Struvite obtained from synthetic wastewater has shown that basil plants cultivated with high Struvite concentrations grow more quickly and have a higher final mass than untreated plants.